Hello and welcome to another wonderful episode of Tan Pants.
Just we got some interesting things.
We got
for
all
ya.
the things. We got the best things.
Isaac has a topic he's been building up for 3 weeks,
Yes.
apparently.
I don't know.
Okay, so anyway, for anyone, usually we get this in the intro. For those of you who don't know, we all research something alone, and we've brought it together to talk about together. I don't know, Matt. I don't know what anyone else is going to talk about. It's a surprise. I would like to bring everyone's attention to one of the greatest heroes of our time.
Wait, who decided you get to go first all of a sudden?
Would you like to
Because-
go first?
Apparently,
No.
he put the most effort into this.
I put so much effort into
You're
this.
so excited, Isaac?
You have no idea how much effort this took. Okay.
Well, do I need to give you something to like go into, segue into?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do have a special guest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
How about you? How about
We
Max?
almost forgot.
Max, introduce our special guest. I forgot
Special guest, we have Sam. He is sitting in, and he also might include a something for your evening.
So,
I see.
Sam, list your qualifications.
What's a qualification?
A qualification is a reason for being on the show.
Having a really good friend named Max.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
this
good.
is one of Max's buddies, friend of the show.
Thanks for letting me come on.
Of course.
And with that excellent segue to my topic. So, close your eyes, please, Maxwell and friends.
Just
No, I'm just going to talk to Max now.
No,
Max,
no,
close
no,
your
no.
eyes. Close your eyes.
I
Okay,
feel uncomfortable.
come with me to Melbourne, Australia.
Can you say the first one again? What was the first word?
Melbourne, Australia.
Australia.
Melbourne?
Melbourne. Austria. No, the one that's
think I've
like
already made
everything
that joke.
kills you.
Yeah,
Oh.
With all the death animals.
Australia.
Australia, mate. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Austria.
Austria.
Glad you're confusing everyone.
So
Good.
if you go to Melbourne today and walk down the street of the city,
What will you find?
I'll tell you who you'll find.
Okay.
You might find Carrot Man.
Oh, that's great.
Did you just say carrot man?
I said Carrot Man.
Are carrots
Does he have
abundant?
green hair?
He does not have green hair. He is bald. Carrot Man is as bald as the moon.
Does he have a spray tan? Is he orange?
Precisely.
No. He looks like a normal human being. You know him because he's carrying around a giant paper mache carrot.
Wow.
What if it rains?
yeah.
If it rains, he's in trouble. I think he checks the weather beforehand. He's not always there. But for the past couple of years...
Wait, what? He just stands in the street?
No, he walks in the street, dude. Walks. I mean, he has
Why?
legs.
Why?
He walks around, and there's reason...
Is he poor? Is that why he walks?
You don't
Possibly. But his reason is to make people smile. That's his whole purpose in life. He says, it's what gets me off the couch, away from the TV.
Sounds like
What?
somebody else.
This
I
is
know.
his whole purpose? Wow.
His whole purpose in life, yeah. So,
That's it?
Why a carrot? Why not a cake or something?
well, at first, he started carrying around a giant turnip he found.
I found this turnip.
He says, I was carrying it home and noticed how much it made people smile. That made me feel really good. So I decided to carry other giant things.
Like a carrot.
So he's
Wait,
tried.
is he kind of like an older kind of really posh guy?
He looks like he's in his 60s.
Okay.
So, he tried a giant octopus and a giant squid, but neither attracted the same volume of smiles as his giant carrot.
Right.
So
He
just
said-
a giant anything is just funny.
Especially a carrot.
Right.
A giant squid, people are like, that's a giant squid.
a giant
I'm
squid.
uncomfortable.
Because
giant
giant squids
octopus,
exist.
that's almost a squid.
So wait,
They kind of exist.
I'm uncomfortable.
so would he like switch it up a little bit? Because after a while, I would imagine people would get tired of this giant
gotta
carrot
come
and they
up with
wouldn't smile anymore. They'd be like, here comes the guy with the carrot.
no. Because he is Carrot Man. He decided to stick with the carrot
Well, this is
because
Australia.
the diversity of people smiling and the number of people smiling was much greater with the carrot.
How big is this carrot?
It is as large as he is.
Wow.
Here's a picture for our listening audience can imagine.
The orange looks like it's about at least 5 feet long.
Yeah, and the green of the carrot is pretty high too. So the carrot itself is orange paper mache, and the leafy parts is green plastic.
So what's this mache you're talking about?
paper mache. If you take paper and you make paper wet with like glue, and then you take the paper and you like put it on top of other paper.
Like mayonnaise.
Like mayonnaise. Like, imagine taking a bunch of mayonnaise and newspaper and mixing it all together.
Yeah.
And you take the flat strips of that newspaper you like put it onto something and it sticks. And then you keep on layering on that paper. And it slowly makes a large thing.
That's a solid paper carrot.
It's hollow. If you went and punched it, you would punch through the paper.
Probably.
It's
like a pinata.
It is a pinata. He's carrying out a giant pinata.
Does it have candy in it?
There is no candy
Probably a
inside
bunch
the
of
carrots.
Ah, what a letdown. That would make people smile even more.
It would make
Come
them
on,
smile
Carrot Man.
a lot. So, yeah, he says heading out with his carrot and seeing the reaction from the public has helped him get off the couch and give his life purpose.
Before that, he was just sitting on the couch.
Before then, he was on the couch. He said, it says here that he lives off of his disability checks. So I'm assuming that he is
Disabled somehow.
he's disabled in some way that prevents him from getting a normal job. But
He
in
can
his
walk.
travels, he can walk. In his travels,
can
after
walk.
finding his giant turnip, he realized this works.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets him very much money, but hey, yeah, it's Carrot Man. So I found out about Carrot Man. One of my people I follow on Twitter lives in Australia, and she was like, "I saw Carrot Man," and I was like, "Who in the world is Carrot Man?" So I looked him up. Carrot Man is real. He's alive. He's in Melbourne. If you see him, say hi.
That you've been working on that for 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, man. 3 weeks. I've
Non-stop.
been thinking of it. Has consumed my every waking thought thinking about Carrot Man and his giant paper mache carrot.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean,
Listen, this is the best I could do. This was it. I'll never top this topic.
I
It
mean,
was good.
Carrot Man, he had a goal in life, and as far as I know, he achieved it.
He is
Or
actively achieving it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's living his dream. He's an inspiration to everyone.
that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's good.
That's good.
That's
good
good,
for Carrot Man. I'm with Carrot Man.
I'm with Carrot Man.
I want a Carrot Man T-shirt, hat,
I think
I am Carrot Man.
there should be Carrot Man t-shirts and hats.
with just a big old carrot.
Right.
If it's him.
Him and a carrot.
Yes. With
Yeah.
the t-shirt with him on a carrot.
There should be like an animated
yeah.
cartoon or something about
Yeah,
Carrot Man.
get on that, Melbourne. This is like one of Melbourne's
It could be-
heroes.
It could be like a kind of a Toy Story thing where he doesn't know the carrot's actually alive. So when he looks away, the actual
The
carrot
carrot's eyes open. He's like,
exactly, and he like fights crime and solves like
The carrot
mysteries.
does?
The carrot without the guy knowing.
so hang on a minute. So Carrot Man carries around the carrot, and the carrot solves crimes
Yes.
without him knowing.
Yes,
That's a great idea, Max. Thank you.
Superpower carrot.
Thank you for sharing that, Maxwell.
you're welcome.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what else is crazy? Time travelers.
Real life time travelers.
You know what? Everyone in this room's a time traveler.
It's true. We're all traveling forward in time.
Correct.
But this
That's
guy,
what one would think.
yeah. This guy traveled backwards.
Okay, let me stop you there. I want to make a point about something.
How far back did he go?
Only reason we think time is real because we got clocks, okay? If you took away the clocks, and you didn't have
You have
people
the
ask
sun.
you what time it was, that's just this thing that's moving
moon.
around. It's just moving. I move. Does that mean there's time? I don't know. Time's a theory.
You are time.
Who knows what time actually is?
You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah. Anyways, though, this guy, he wrote a book called Stand on Zanzibar. He never said he was a time traveler, but it's a book where he tried to predict the future.
Okay.
And
By standing on Zanzibar.
yes.
Oh.
Well, it was because there's an island, I forget what it was called, but it was at the time they said, hey, if you take everyone and stand them shoulder by shoulder on an island, they'd be able to stand on this island. And then his prediction is the population would grow to over 7 billion, so they need a bigger island, Zanzibar Island.
Okay, so
Zanzibar.
is he speaking in riddles? Like the island represents Earth?
No. Now him, it's just to that comparison that was around at that time. But here's the things that he predicted. Okay, one would be random acts of violence carried out by crazy individuals, often taking place at schools, malls, and other public areas.
Okay.
The second is major sources of instability and violence coming from terrorists who are now a major threat to U.S. interests and
Okay.
even managed to attack buildings within the United States.
Mm.
Prices have increased sixfold because of inflation, right? That's pretty accurate. It was actually sevenfold because this is the future of 2010,
Okay, so when was this book written?
1969.
So in 69, he made some predictions.
Yeah.
And what was he just logically thinking, or did he have like claims like I saw this or like?
No, I think he was just logically thinking, trying to make predictions based off of.
Of course, it was after a couple of beers, just a few.
I think we all should write a prediction book really quickly.
No. Oh, I don't like this.
And
idea.
logically make predictions.
All right. Okay, so number 4, the most powerful U.S. rival is no longer the Soviet Union, but China. However, the competition is more economic, trade-related, and technological rather than direct war.
That was a pretty good prediction.
Yeah. He said the Europeans will have formed a union of nations to improve their economic prospects and influence on world affairs. Africa will still trail behind the rest of the world in economic development, and Israel will remain the epicenter of tensions in the Middle East. Although some people still get married, many in the younger generations will now prefer short-term hookups without long-term commitment. The gay and bisexual lifestyles will have become more mainstream, and pharmaceuticals to improve performance will be widely used and even advertised in the media.
Gross.
Many decades of affirmative action have brought blacks into positions of power, even to the degree of a black man winning the 2008 election.
So he claimed 2008.
It's in 2010, and the president's Obama. I mean, not
So-
Obama. It's black.
Okay.
His name is President Obama.
So
he predicted Obama,
Yeah.
so he was off a little bit.
a couple letters. Couple letters.
So your motor vehicles will become more and more electrically based rather than gasoline based. Detroit will not prosper. It is almost a ghost town because
Detroit will be terrible.
of all. Yeah, he predicted
Talking
Detroit.
about worldwide things, and
Well,
Detroit's gonna suck.
well, honestly, a lot of people probably could have made that prediction.
Yeah.
Okay, so people
Just like Obama.
people think he was a time traveler.
Yes.
Why in the world did he get Obama's name wrong?
Maybe it's just like changing it. Like I would do that if I'd be like, 2016 President Trumpet.
Okay,
Yeah, because if it was spot on, people would be like, "Come on."
come on.
But if it was like Obama, hey, that sounds like Obama. This guy might be saying something.
But he got it wrong.
But where's the proof that all of this evidence was stated in the past?
Yeah,
In his book.
In his
I mean,
That was
I can make
published in the
I can make stuff up too. So
Can you make up stuff as good as that?
sure.
Okay.
Check this out. Ready?
Give me the next president in 2059 within a couple of letters.
There will be none. America will just be like
TW.
Smote.
Smote. President Smote.
There you go. There you
Okay.
have it.
2049, Hanpeck's prediction. President Snote.
I don't like.
All right.
Let's not make
so.
predictions.
All right. TV channels will now have gone global due to satellite. That people will be allowed to view TV programs according to their own schedules rather than having to wait for it to come on.
This is wishful thinking.
In-flight entertainment systems on planes will now include video programs and news accessible on individual screens at each seat.
Why is that
More wishful thinking.
Wait, when was this written again?
It was written on a plane.
1969.
There's gonna be.
They should have more.
He's sitting on a plane.
He's
It's like,
sitting
man,
there.
it sure would be nice in the future if we had.
Well, I mean, I saw a clip yesterday of a robot playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, in the future, they might have all robot teams.
I mean, I'd be more likely to watch.
That sounds kind of boring.
I know, but
But what if
But
the
that's-
robots can
that's-
attack each other?
a lot of these predictions, except for the Obama one, that was kind of out of the water.
Yeah,
but
the Obama.
a lot of these predictions seem like that.
right, like that's I can see how somebody could figure
know?
that out.
Yeah.
If you're on a plane and you're like, hey, I can listen to the radio or something, you're like, hey, I bet you they would actually put in more entertainment later.
I don't think people listen to the radio on the plane.
I don't know, whatever they do on planes. They smoke on planes. They used to smoke on planes back then, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So people would rely on avatars to represent themselves on video screens.
I guess that's kind of used, but it's not really widespread.
Yeah. Computer documents are generated with laser printers.
Well, think about it like
Laser
almost
printers.
everybody on a video screen that you don't know personally could be a virtual person.
Yeah, I am.
Clay
Like,
is. I mean,
You don't know if
Half the
Obama's
time.
real. You've never
Yeah.
seen him in person.
yeah.
I mean, at least I don't think
That's
you
true.
Hey.
All right, the final one would be social backlash has marginalized tobacco, but marijuana has been decriminalized heavily.
I could see that.
Decriminalized?
What if this was less of a prediction and more of a, this is the game plan, guys. This is what we're going to focus on.
Maybe everybody read this
Find
guy's
someone
book.
named Obama.
Oh,
Like, this guy's name's Obama. I'll do.
Yeah, close enough to Obama. The real Obama died. Like,
No,
oh, Obama's pretty close. Let's get that guy.
I don't know, but it's very close.
Yeah.
Is that his original name?
No, it's not. His original name is Barry something.
That's Barack Hussein Obama.
That's the name he chose.
really?
His original name is, his first name's Barry.
What?
Barry something. Yeah.
Barry's so much better
I thought
than
that was
Obama.
his nickname.
No, that's his actual name. His real name is Barry.
But Barry is just so much better than Obama. Why would you choose Obama?
Because that's what the prediction was.
Oh.
He had to do something that was close to Obama. And he's
this
like,
guy-
I'm not doing
you
Obama,
think-
guys. Come on.
This guy was a time traveler, and he went forward in time and figured this out. Did he figure this all out by himself through logics,
Well, what was
or
this dude's
did
name?
he do some
You just Googled it.
Yeah,
demonic
Clay.
soothsaying?
Clay. What was the name of the man?
The man's name.
Or did he write this last year and say he wrote it in the 60s?
And had a bunch of articles.
no.
John Runners.
John Runners. Fake name, if I ever heard one. John Runners. Yeah, right.
Just because John Smith was
John
taken, he couldn't.
Brunner.
Remember that Aquaman.
Who's
Remember
Aquaman?
that. Who's Aquaman?
I think he's like the maid of the Justice League.
Only the lamest superhero ever.
Oh, okay.
You.
Sorry, I didn't know about that.
He gets everything
That's okay.
stripped from him too at the end.
He gets
I don't know. DC's got some pretty lame
Pretty weird
superheroes, like the D-ranked ones.
The Flash. I mean, come on.
I mean, come on. He runs fast.
I walked in on
seen that before.
I walked in a room,
Yeah.
saw somebody watching. I said, "This is the lamest movie."
Oh,
Which one was it? The Flash?
Aquaman.
Aquaman?
So you walked in, you totally roasted him and left.
So you walked in, saw Aquaman in his hair, and was like, heck no.
You say this is the dumbest movie ever. Leave.
I know in Aquaman there's a scene where a crab is playing drums.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Well, no, an octopus. An octopus is playing
That's
drums.
I think I
Lame.
saw. I think
Ooh.
I saw a part of the movie. Somebody ahead of me in the airplane was watching the movie.
Hey, we have that.
Yeah, we have that technology now. It's
Technology is
not.
alive.
Yeah. I mean, thank goodness somebody predicted it.
I
Otherwise,
mean, yeah. Someone's like, well, that's a good idea. Let's get on that.
no. I saw like a few clips. Like somebody was fighting somebody.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was pretty painful. I had to like pretend to sleep.
You know, they should have put Sebastian in that movie.
Who's that?
the crab from Little Mermaid,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Come on, show some culture.
I'm sorry.
Under the sea.
Yeah, he does that song.
Okay.
The way that crab is drawn, there's no crab in the world that's shaped like that.
There's one.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
I can't recall. I don't watch Disney movies.
Yeah.
I think it's time that we take a break.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tan Pants presents Improv Pantry. This week we join our heroes at the pub. Martin is sitting on a bar stool.
Oh, this stool's got splinters.
Lennon is sitting in a booth.
I like the booth.
And Jeb crashes through the door like he's in a Western.
Ow, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They all come together around a central pool table.
Hey, you guys ever play a good game of tennis, table tennis?
No.
Jeb pulls out a for real tennis racket.
In my youth, I'm good at this game.
Jeb, you're like 100 years old. I don't think you ever were young.
Jeb takes his shirt off and begins to flex with the tennis racket. As Jeb is flexing and the others are pointing, the sheriff walks in carrying a giant turnip.
Has anybody seen the giant carrot around here?
That makes me smile.
Everyone in the bar smiles at the sight of the giant carrot.
Oh, that's nice.
I am allergic to carrots. And I don't like them.
The sheriff holds up his turnip proudly.
No comment.
Martin passes out the pool sticks.
Hey, let's all play a game of pool.
Hey,
All right. I challenge you to a game of pool
stripes
as well.
Stripes versus solids.
No. The sheriff says cutthroat.
Okay, shirts versus skins.
All right.
Jeb,
boys-
you've already got your shirt off, so
You boys ain't got nothing on these bad boys.
you can stop.
Jeb climbs onto the pool table to flex a little bit harder.
Just a little bit. Because I'm
All right.
so muscular.
Since it's cutthroat, I got a couple of knives. You all need one?
Lennon brings out what he assumes are knives, but they're more like
Bags of air.
they're bags of air. He pulls out 3 bags of air.
And sits on one.
The sheriff views this spectacle with the bags of air and the man flexing on the table and realizes it's breaking a lot of health code violations.
What do I do about this?
Just then, a sentient carrot hobbles into the restaurant.
I knew it. I knew he was alive.
The carrot looks at all of you and with its mind sends a single image into each of your brains.
Oh, Lord. I don't like hot dogs.
The image is of an ice cream truck just falling
Just what?
through the air.
An ice cream truck
An ice cream
falling
truck.
through the air?
To like a flute solo.
There's a flute solo with an ice cream truck falling, yes.
Okay.
I don't know where to go with this,
Change
so...
the tempo of the music.
Yeah.
Do we have a die to roll, Joshua?
14.
Oh, a 14. Very, very nice. An ice cream truck falls through the roof and lands on the pool table on top of Jeb.
Oh, dang.
He predicted the future. We must kill him.
They all together enjoy
Carrot salad.
stew with pretend turnip stew, and they live happily ever after.
That's pretty good.
Okay, we're back. That was a good time. I enjoyed myself. Max,
Yeah.
what do you have to bring to the table here?
I have, I got it. I don't know what you call it. It's a story.
Okay.
Call it true, call it false. It's up to you. I want to
Wait a minute. So is this are you making this
just
up right
forget
now?
about it. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Okay.
So, a story about a man, a con artist,
Victor Lustig.
Who dat?
He sounds French.
but better known as the man who sold the Eiffel Tower twice.
Whoa!
What?
I mean, I've heard of people selling like the San Francisco Bridge.
Really?
Yeah. I mean that.
Yeah, they do. They just
And
like.
have you ever heard the saying like, and if you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you?
No, I've never heard that.
Never heard that before?
I've
Well,
heard it.
in a lot of old timey movies and old cartoons, and there's usually a scene where they're walking in San Francisco. They walk by the bridge, and there's a guy saying like, "Hey, I own the bridge. I'm trying to sell it. I'll sell it to you right now for $500. Here's the deed right here for $500. You can
Right.
buy the bridge." And this is a con that people would do.
I'm trying
So-
to remember of every single cartoon I've seen where they're in San Francisco and walk up to the bridge.
Yeah, I think you might have just completely
I mean,
made
this
that
is
up.
like Hanna Barbera. This is like 90s Nickelodeon. Like this is like that.
This was a popular subject back then.
Yeah, I remember seeing this joke all the time.
Where they always
Yeah.
go to the bridge and try to sell
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
So, this guy, Victor, he also did a couple of other cons in his life. So here's a few. And then we'll close with the grand finale, right?
Okay.
So he was born in 1890.
Okay.
So this is a
Okay.
while ago. In what is now the Czech
Republic,
say it,
yeah.
Czech Republic? Okay. As a youngster, he studied languages. He also studied people, their habits, mannerisms, and especially their weaknesses, and decided to do something in that field instead, in their weaknesses field.
I've been studying people's weaknesses, and I'm good at that.
So by the age of 20, he was a confirmed con man. He had the skill.
Confirmed con man.
He was confirmed.
You can get confirmed.
By the age of 30, he was a wanted man on the run from the police in several European countries.
Wow.
So
Wait,
I don't
there
have
are
the
several
story.
European countries.
Yeah, there's at least
Oh
7
yeah,
of them.
man. There's like all the European
It's like
countries.
It's not just Europe.
It's France and Germany. That's it.
Anyways, so he started over again in the United States and called himself Count
Count.
Oh, so he got a fancy name.
because it sounded more important.
Right.
Count.
Hello, I'm Count.
So he just went by, Count.
Now he's
whatever.
a supervillain.
Yeah.
The one guy that he conned that he's kind of famous for was Al Capone.
Ooh, he conned Al Capone.
Yep, the most dangerous criminal in America at the time.
Dangerous.
Wow.
So the Count knew that the crime lord wouldn't be taken like the others
Right.
because he's a smart guy. He's a mafia guy. If he knew that Lustig, the Count,
Right.
if he knew that he crossed him there, he would get
yeah.
his revenge, of course.
Very bad, yeah.
So Lustig, he devised something different for the underworld boss. The Count asked Capone to invest $50,000 in a swindle that he claimed he was working on. All right, so this big project. And
So
Lustig
hang on.
promised.
So he approached Al Capone saying, I'm working on a con.
Right.
Would you like to join me on this con?
Right. Yes.
But that was the con.
Exactly. So
Genius.
he's like, you need to invest $50,000 in this swindle, and Lustig promised to double his money in 6 days.
Wow.
Then Capone gave him the cash and a warning of what would happen to Lustig if he double crossed him. Right, and so Lustig,
He'd give him a firm wedgie.
The firmest wedgie of his life.
yeah, that's what this article is saying. Lustig instead of the Count, but yeah, so but Lustig took the money and he put it away in a bank account and just let it sit there.
Smart.
For 6 days. At the end of the time, he went back to Capone with a look of disappointment, and he told the investor, Capone, that the deal fell through. Sorry, man. It didn't work. Just before Capone was about to explode, Lustig handed back $50,000. Said, here you go. The crime boss was so impressed with Lustig's honesty that he rewarded the con man with thousands of dollars, which is what Lustig expected Capone to do. So
Hang on. Whoa. So the con was, give me 50,000.
I'll
sits
double your
on it,
money.
Comes back, he's like, I didn't do it. Here's 50,000.
yeah.
Wow.
And then he's like, I like this kid. Here you go. Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
It's not a bad con.
All along was just so his goal all along was to just get a few $1,000s.
Right. He wasn't like trying to
Wait,
be a
that's-
millionaire.
But how much was $1,000 back then?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 50,000 is like a lot.
What year was that?
Well, it says he was born in 1890.
Well, Capone was
then it
active
just-
during the 20s and 30s.
yeah.
All right, so I'll say
during the-
20. This can load.
It's like 1925.
It's going to take a minute to load.
Okay. So I'll just kind of continue and then you can come up with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in 1925,
Oh, okay.
Lustig went back to Paris with his new friend, Dapper Dan.
This is
Dan.
I don't know who Dapper Dan is.
my friend Dapper Dan.
I've heard this
He's
before.
dapper. Look at his face.
Yeah, he was a quite dapper fellow, I guess.
He's got dap.
That man's got dap.
They were relaxing at an outside cafe.
Let's relax at the
just
outside
chilling.
cafe, Dap.
They're
Come
back,
on.
They're back in Paris, right? He's with his buddy, and they're like, "We're out of money. We need some money. What are we gonna do?"
He tells Dap this. He's like,
Yeah.
thanks for coming with me to Paris, Dap. Oh, whoops. All
So-
out of money.
They're sitting at this cafe, and then of course there's newspaper at cafes.
Yeah.
Of course, that's where all the news is read.
That's what cafes are for.
So they read that the Eiffel Tower was in need of repairs. They're like, "Oh, it needs repairs, huh?" While others in Paris said that it was really needed to tear down the whole thing because it's just too much
ugly.
money to repair it, right?
It's ugly. Big old eyesore.
Almost immediately, the Count thought up of a scheme. He would sell Paris' most famous landmark to the scrap metal dealer.
Oh.
So he gave himself the title Deputy Director General of Ministry of Mail and Telegraphs.
Hi, I'm the Deputy Director General of the Society of Mail and Telegraphs.
Yes, exactly.
I own that thing. This is mine.
And Dapper Dan would be his secretary.
Come here, Dapper.
So the Deputy Director General,
Dapper Dan's like, do I get a name?
you'll be my secretary.
You already have the best name ever.
Yeah, don't change it. So they typed up a letter with Lusteeg's title, his really long title on it,
Like,
which intimidates people.
get some good stationery.
And they mailed them out to 5 different leading scrap metal dealers in Paris. So recap a little bit. The word around the street was, oh, the Eiffel Tower, it needs repairs. It's kind of gross. It's going to cost too much money to repair. They knew that, I guess the majority of people thought this.
Well,
So it's if you get a letter from such and such name saying, hey, we're selling the Eiffel Tower, that's kind of believable at the time.
I mean, it was in the public consciousness.
Right. And at the time, I don't know how, because now everybody wants to go see the Eiffel Tower. I don't know about everybody, but it's a tourist attraction. But back in the 20s, I don't know if it was that big, was it?
Oh, it was a big deal. It was made for the World Fair, the 1900 World Fair, something like that.
Right.
It was like a really big deal when it was made.
Anyways, so they mailed out a letter, 5 letters to the leading scrap metal dealers in Paris. And they were asked to come meet with Lusteeg and his secretary at their room at a fashionable hotel. The buyers were told that it had become too costly to repair the Eiffel Tower and that the 7,000 steel ton structure would be sold to the highest bidder to be torn down.
So he has a bidding war.
Yes. Oh, wow. They were also told to keep the meeting secret. If the public find out too soon, there would be an outcry.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
They were duped in being quiet so that the actual owners wouldn't.
Yeah.
This
Right.
guy was clever. He thought this through.
So the secret bids meant nothing to Lusteeg. He talked to each client and picked out the man who was most likely to fall for the scheme. One who seemed the most anxious to go ahead. A week later, he chose a victim, Monsieur Fusion.
Mr. Fish.
Yes, Mr. Fishy. He showed up at Lusteeg's place. He was handed a phony contract that stated that he owned the Eiffel Tower, while Lusteeg was handed a real check. The Count and Dapper Dan quickly cashed their earnings and just as quickly fled France for Austria.
Oh my goodness.
So they
Come on,
cashed a
Dapper
check.
Dan, we gotta run.
They're like, see you. And yeah, they
And
went
this
to
dude
Austria.
starts trying to take apart the Eiffel Tower. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I bought the thing. It's mine.
That would be hilarious to see. Is this like you got
Oh, man.
like a scrap metal yard shows up to take down the Eiffel Tower, and like Scotland Yard shows up.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So
Oh boy.
Oh wait, that's the wrong country.
yep. The what'd you say? The
Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard.
That's more England.
Is that in Scotland?
No, that's
I don't know.
that's up in London.
I knew it
Scotland Yard.
Well, I mean, you can drive to France like pretty easy from
their FBI is called Interpol. Interpol can go to all the different European countries.
right,
Interpol.
right.
I imagine it would be the local Paris police first, and then the guy who actually owned the thing. I wonder like if he got far in taking it apart, because I assume people think, oh, he's here to repair it, and they watch him for a little bit. He's taking down the bad pieces. That was a good piece. Oh, he's taking it apart. What's going on here?
Right. So our story does get a little bit more interesting here.
Ooh.
Wait, I have the numbers now.
Oh, you do?
$50,000 back then was equal to $679,000 today, and $1,000 is equal to $13,500.
Not bad.
Not bad.
So that's a pretty good scheme for
A good day with Al Capone.
yeah, especially with Al Capone. Where was I? So Lusteeg never did say how much he got paid for France's top tourist attraction.
Right.
But while they were resting in Vienna, they scanned the newspapers to see if Pouzon went to the police. He didn't.
Oh.
Poisson was too embarrassed to tell anyone that it happened. After a month's vacation, Lustig and Dapper Dan decided to do it again. This time they used the same techniques, but with different results. The scrap metal dealer who he filed a report to the police, a loss of $100,000.
Oh my goodness.
And once again, the count fled to America. So the police were after him because he tried to sell it again for $100,000.
Did he successfully do it?
It doesn't say if he successfully did it, but I guess he did.
Well, they had a loss, so
It said a loss.
I
of
guess so,
$100,000.
yeah.
probably
I
has
guess
the
he-
money.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
So then he ran to America, and then the law caught up with Lustig when he tried to pass off counterfeit dollars.
Wait,
So in 1935, he was sentenced to 20 years in Alcatraz prison,
With Capone.
where he died from pneumonia in 1947. While in prison, he was protected from harm by orders from another prisoner, Al Capone. So there you go.
So I wonder if Capone learned about the scam and heard about other scams and was like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, he was probably like, I know that kid.
Wait, so there was another prisoner, and his name was Al Capone, the guy that he had scammed.
Yeah. Al Capone was like one of the biggest criminals back then, like ever.
Oh yeah.
Like when he kind of invented the mafia almost, I guess. I don't know if he invented
was
the
the
mafia,
mafia.
but he was the mafia.
Yeah, he snuck a lot of alcohol and stuff through Canada, right? To America.
Through Canada, he had a bunch of stuff going on during the Prohibition.
Underground stuff.
The movie The Untouchables
Yes.
is all about the FBI agents who brought down Capone.
That's a great movie.
It's a fantastic movie, yeah. The Untouchables.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
Yeah. So that was that was the con man.
That was
who
good.
sold the Eiffel Tower twice.
That was pretty funny.
That was good.
I brought some more funny things.
You did? You brought more?
All right.
Yeah. So I got only 3 articles today. So let's start with this funny one.
The funny one, yeah.
So, police officer calls for support after being pursued by drone. It was actually a planet.
Wait, what?
Hey. The cop was being pursued by a drone,
Yeah.
he says.
Yeah. He's calling him for support because he was being pursued by a drone.
Help! It's a drone!
He says,
Yeah.
breaker, 911. We got an emergency. I got his drone. It's following me around. Every turn I make, he's always there.
But it was actually just a visible planet during the day.
He's getting bigger and bigger. I can't shake him. I'm driving 90 and I still see him.
Officer Can, is this the moon again?
No, I swear it's so much smaller.
Oh, dear. I mean, like, if the planet's visible during the day, that's probably pretty weird. But I mean, why would you instantly go to drone?
And then call for backup.
I mean, I would think plane first.
Don't planes seem to move a lot faster?
And in other directions.
Well, I assumed he thought this thing was moving.
Yeah.
Well, if it's in the sky.
He used the word pursue. He's being pursued by a drone.
Right. It was actually Jupiter.
Jupiter.
That's a far one.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jupiter's like you're floating up there and it's like,
there he is.
I'm gonna freak this guy out a little bit.
He goes, watch what happens when I turn on my brights.
He's like, Saturn. Hey, Saturn. Saturn's like, what?
I can't hear
What? Watch this, Saturn.
Okay. So in Stockholm,
That's Sweden.
in Sweden,
Is it?
prisoners take guards hostage and demand pizza as ransom.
Now listen.
Understandable.
Listen. This is completely understandable.
This is a ransom.
I mean, I don't know how prisons are like in Sweden.
The guards were not hurt at all
Did they-
because they just gave him the pizza. They were like, sure. here's
They
some
said,
pizza.
they said, all right, round them up. Put them in the corner.
Give them their pizza.
We want pizza. And they're like,
Okay.
Yeah.
fine.
Did the guards get any pizza?
No, I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they just ordered some.
yeah,
extra. I
they
don't
just had like a pizza party.
The prisoners
Yeah,
are
why
like,
not?
this is our pizza. You can have these pudding cups. We can save it.
Hey, boss. Now we'll let you go. That was a great idea.
We should do that again.
It worked so good the first time. Let's make it like a weekly thing.
Right.
every Sunday night.
Here's another one I stumbled across. COVID could be spread through flatulence.
I am so glad. I am so happy that this thought has been birthed from your mouth into the airwaves, Joshua. That someone's air
Someone's
could
air.
affect somebody to that degree, because already it's unpleasant.
Yep.
And to also think that you could get a virus that people are scared of from it as well.
I wonder what scientists figured that out, or did he just make it up because his coworker was farting all
I
the time?
think yes. I think the
He's
second
like,
thing
"So
I was about to
Kevin?"
say.
One more time, it's going on the news.
Kevin's like,
Kevin just smiles and
he's like, let me walk by your cubicle.
That's it. We're going to the press.
That's it. I'm writing this right now. Flatulence spreads COVID. Tell your friends. If this doesn't stop him, nothing will.
They would have to make like designated
Farting?
flatulence areas,
Okay.
and only one person at a time has to go.
Yeah, and you have to let it dissipate. It takes
At least 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Or you could wear like a filter on your butt.
You can put a mask on your rear end.
Yeah.
I think this might.
isn't that just like a diaper?
That would
Diaper.
that would be the worst thing.
If
scientists started saying, "All right, you need to start wearing a mask on your hindquarters,"
This is
Okay.
like, well, I'm already
To
wearing
see-
pants.
to just see who would actually do it.
www.wgrz.com. Published July 13th, 2021.
Okay.
It is now legal in New York to get a haircut on Sunday.
Well, good for them. I'm glad we settled that swiftly.
Right.
Way to go.
Good job, New York.
Because about a week ago, I was gonna get a haircut in New York.
And then
And
you walk in
I
there.
would have been messed up
You walk in there, and the guy's like, "It's Sunday. This is
You
the
know
day
what
I
that
just
means.
sit here."
with my shotgun.
Yep.
I like the idea that he just sits there like he doesn't leave ever. Just like it's closed.
That's where he lives.
He just like sits there, looks at the
He's like,
wall.
You know where you're going, Alcatraz.
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah.
with
Good old buddy
Capone.
Capone.
Yep.
And you know how he gives haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Place with a shotgun filled with Flechettes.
Yeah.
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 With
Yeah.
like a straight razor, and he's actually really good at it.
He's very good at it, actually. Yeah. If Capone ever offers to, give you a shaving haircut,
You'd probably be pretty happy.
good experience. He's
Yeah.
very good at it. Yes.
Yeah. So
But I mean, if you had just like run over his dog or like shot his foot,
Oh yeah, he'd kill you. He'd kill you.
don't accept the haircut then.
Especially on Sunday.
Especially on the Sunday. Yeah. Wow. That was
Yeah, that was it.
that was good. I felt like I learned something. Did everyone here learn something?
Yeah.
Sam learned something. Sam, is there anything you'd like to tell the viewers?
To like drink milk or something?
we don't have any viewers.
Oh, I'm sorry, listeners.
Is that a good thing to drink milk?
To drink milk?
Is that good to say?
I think now it's like scientists are like, actually we're not sure if we should drink this now. At first they're like, it's good for us, and they're like, actually,
Let's take you back to
This
the
is weird.
Cold War.
ooh, the Cold War.
Oh.
It-
Actually, let's go to the Korean War.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay. So, when you're in a tank and your buddy in the tank, not too far away, says, "Hey, I need a back scratch." What do you think?
I think I'm gonna reach up with my greasy hands and scratch his sweaty back.
Well, I imagine it's
Because
probably
we're
like,
brothers and we do that for each other.
Right, but he's in a tank not too far away from you.
Oh, he's in a different tank?
He's in a different tank.
I said, scratch your own
I'm
back.
imagining it's code for something, right?
It's a code
Okay.
in a back scratch.
Good old back scratch.
You ever heard the word little arrow in French?
I'm gonna pretend I don't know it. Does it mean? Oh, flechet.
Yeah.
Flechet.
Or kind of like flechette. I don't know. I
I-
think it's flechet.
Flechet.
I think it is flechette.
Okay.
I think it is flechette.
I don't know the correct pronunciation.
But flechet, flechette, same
Like
difference.
crochet.
Crochet. They shot crochets.
Like, no, that's a different thing.
Okay, so it was kind of like a shotgun round in
Okay.
a tank.
Yeah.
Only it was
I'm imagining like the tank turning, and they're like, put a giant shotgun shell in the tank, and then the tank shoots a giant shotgun
yeah.
shell.
It's actually literally if you're gonna look at the bullet itself, it looks like on paper. like drawn out on a piece of paper, it looks like a regular bullet.
Okay, so is it bullet sized?
It's actually quite large. It's 105 millimeter.
Okay, so the tank would actually shoot this with this giant tank gun.
Yes, but when it gets about 75 yards from the other tank, it explodes, and it explodes into 8,000.
Precisely.
Yeah, about 8,000. I don't know if
Okay.
it's precisely, but it says
They
about
have a guy
8,000. It's basically they're an inch to an inch and a half long, little projectiles called little arrows, flechet.
It's like a grenade.
It's like a grenade, and it's basically imagine. What do you imagine? Like buckshot, only little arrows, an inch long.
That sounds like it would. Why would I ask for a back scratch?
I'm
Tom.
gonna pull.
Tommy, watch this. Hey, give me a back scratch. Okay, get down.
Okay. So, let's see. It's in Vietnam. They were used these as well. Oh yeah, the Korean War. So this article is these. So it's actually someone's trying to sell these on a web.
Okay.
But here's their description of it. These flechettes were used in the Vietnam era. The M546 Apparis T 105 millimeter artillery shell, known to Vietnam vets as the Beehive.
The Beehive.
Yes. These devastating rounds were designed after the Korean War as a way to stop the human wave assault tactics used by the Chinese in that war.
You said human wave assault?
Yes. So at a distance of 75 meters, the Beehive shell detonates and sends 8,000 of these steel darts screaming downrange towards the enemy. Each steel flechet is roughly an inch long and weighs 8 grains or so.
So
So
you would have all these people running at the tank because the tank can only shoot one thing.
right. So you get like a huge assault of like people trying to get into the tank and or put bombs on the tracks
Right.
and stuff like that.
It's like 50 people run toward the tank.
Yeah, and
some
it's
of us
just
are going to
like-
make it.
Yeah, it's like some guys are gonna make it, but when they assault the tank, it's once it's trackless, it can't run away, go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know. So what happens if you got a whole bunch of tanks and they're all happens at the same time? You know.
Yeah, I mean, you can't turn and shoot shoot your buddy.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So upon impact, they bend into a hook shape.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yeah, with a finned tail section often breaking off to start a second wound channel. At close range, the high velocity of Flechet made the M546 extremely lethal. It was described as the world's largest shotgun round.
So you'd have a crowd of people running, and like, how do we take care of this crowd of people?
Well, let's get a big shotgun out and push it. Let's use that.
Wow. I bet that was... I mean, I imagine they would have to use it one time, and the word got around that they have this horrible new shotgun.
Yeah, it's like a beehive comes at
Oh.
you. Oh man.
Because, I mean, they're pretty tiny. They'd probably go straight through you.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, one dude gets hit by like 20 of them, and he's instantly dead.
It's a so if you ever like are like on YouTube and you like have to find out what these little arrows are, the flechet. I once saw a video of a guy shot a 1 gallon jug at like 20 paces with a shotgun. I don't know if it holds like 20 of them or something.
Yeah.
20 of these little arrows. And like the jug, you know, like you always expect like a boom, like it's gonna explode, but nothing happens, and all of a sudden the water just starts emptying out of the jug. It's just like
So it had like 20 little holes.
yeah, 20 little holes, is like, and it just like all the water's coming out. It's like absolute no resistance, no shockwave, any of that.
That is crazy.
And so it's just like, so the legend has it that after the beehives were used to repulse an attack, and is like the enemy, they were found like their hands were like nailed to their rifles.
Oh.
Yeah.
So a back scratch is there are people climbing on my tank.
Get them all.
Shoot them.
Yeah.
Oh, ow. Oh.
Imagine like it wouldn't go through, it wouldn't hit the tank or damage the tank very much.
It would
I bet
ricochet
you
and hit more
They
people.
would ricochet off so that they could actually shoot their own tanks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. I find that very like
That is such a weird little rabbit trail of history.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, is there
so they sell them as like World War II relics.
right?
So yeah,
So that was during the Cold War?
I have no idea.
He said a Korean
Korean War?
Korean
I
Vietnam.
meant Korean. So Korean,
It's the Cold
Vietnam.
War. That was in Antarctica. Abraham Lincoln, his laser katana versus Genghis Khan.
I have no idea what
That
you're talking
that's my favorite war. That's my favorite one.
That's my favorite Pokemon.
Is that the one where Ben Kenobi gets chopped in half by
No,
Darth
no.
Maul?
No.
Or wait, who was it? Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon got cut in half.
Max,
Yes.
you're wrong.
Who got cut in half?
Everyone gets cut in half.
Wait, Darth Maul got cut in half.
Yeah, he did.
about. What happened last night? He was
By.
cut everybody's heads off.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the part where Pikachu tells Mario to use the Force.
Thank you for joining us on Tan Pants. Let's end this now.
We hope you enjoyed it and just stayed through the whole thing. We appreciate it.
Leave us a comment. Leave us a like. Do all that nice thing.
Don't forget to tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, a frog, a dog, a log. Go talk to a box and tell them.
Yes.
I mean, some people are weird, some people are weirder, and we're just living life.